Okay. Hi, everyone. Hope you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So Salesforce Admin Consulting and Development Training. We will see what are our courses and we'll see a bit of technical today and how much time it is going to take each course and everything we will see today. Okay. So this is a numbers. If you wanted to message, WhatsApp message, this is just works for the message 966246061. And if you wanted to call India number, this is the number 96529554229. And Dubai number, you can only call, no, only SMS will work. WhatsApp doesn't work on this number. So 9715628409080. So first, let me give my introduction. I have, basically you all know, I'm Swapna. I have 15 plus years of experience in software design and development. I have worked in different domains, healthcare, finance, insurance, banking, e-commerce. I have worked on 19 projects in my experience, different technologies like mainframes, MUMPS Programming, HL7, VB.NET. From last 5 years, I'm working in Salesforce. Technology, I have worked on 16 Salesforce projects. I have experience in configuring Salesforce application using administrator. I have end-to-end knowledge and experience on sales, marketing cloud, sales cloud, service cloud, and community cloud. I have design and development experience using the Apex Visualforce pages, Lightning Aura component, Lightning Web component. I have experience on Salesforce integration using the REST and SOAP APIs. And I have 10 cross Salesforce certified technical and data architect. In case if you wanted to verify my certification, this is my email ID. I think you all know. If anybody doesn't know, just basically you have to search Google, verify a Salesforce certificate. So search in Google. Search in Google. So you can give my name, Swapna, for my email ID. @gmail.com. Click on search button. And here you will see credential info. Click on the credential info. You will see all my certifications. If you want print view, click on the print view button. It shows all the certifications that I'm holding right now. So I have 10 certifications. And trial head, this is my trial head link. I'll paste it in the chat. Okay, this is my trial head link. And if you go to my trial head, you will see the badges and points trials. I need to earn 78 more badges in order to reach 4-star ranger rank. And you will see all my badges that I have completed. What are the different badges that I have completed? So you will be able to see. Also, this will show the certifications. What are the certifications that I'm holding right now, which is active. And also I have a LinkedIn. You can go, I have pasted the LinkedIn link. You can view that. So currently I'm working for multinational company as a Salesforce consulting manager and architect. So with passion, I'm giving training for Salesforce consulting and administration, Salesforce development with Apex, Visualforce pages, Salesforce object query language, Salesforce object search language, Lightning Aura component, Lightning Web component, Salesforce integration with REST and SOAP APIs. And this is my YouTube channel. I'll paste the YouTube channel. So every day I'll be doing some videos. So please subscribe my YouTube channel. So this is my YouTube channel. Okay, now let's move on to our course. Our course is Salesforce Administration, Consulting and Development. To work in Salesforce technology, the first thing, we need to understand the Salesforce functionality first. What is the Salesforce functionality? Then next thing, we need to understand Salesforce application, configuring the Salesforce application. Then we have to understand the coding part. If you are really interested in go for the development, then you need to understand the coding part. So these three things are mandatory. Salesforce functionality, configuring the Salesforce application, then go for the coding. So in Salesforce, 50% is functionality. That means you need to understand the functionality as well as the admin configuration. And 50% is coding, purely into the coding. So first part in consulting, guys, please go on mute. Thank you. So first part is consulting. Understand Salesforce functionality of Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud. And practice using the Salesforce CRM application. It is 10-hour session. It is 10 hours. And second part is administration. Understand configuring Salesforce CRM application, no coding. It is 35-hour session.
1 minute.
So total 45 hours. If you want to learn only Salesforce admin, then you have to attend the 45 session, because only admin doesn't help. We need to understand the Salesforce functionality as well as the configuration part. Okay, so 45 hours needs to be completed if you want to just go for the admin. And the third part is development. In development, we teach Apex, Visualforce, Salesforce Object Query Language, Salesforce Object Search Language. Apex is basically the MUMPS programming. And next, Visualforce is a similar like a HTML. You will see HTML tags, similar like HTML tags, we will see in the Visualforce. And the Salesforce Object Query Language, Salesforce Object Search Language is for like a SQL. If you know SQL or any RDBMS, it is similar like any RDBMS. And this development session is 45 hours. So during the first 45 hours, all consulting and admin, no coding at all. And next 45 session are completely coding, 100% coding onto the Apex, Visualforce, Salesforce Object Query Language, Salesforce Object Search Language. And outcome of this training, after completing the course, you will be easily using the Salesforce CRM application, configuring, maintaining Salesforce application, building a new Salesforce application from small application to enterprise application. Now let's move on. Most of the questions, it is raised to everybody who wants to start their career in Salesforce or who wants to jump into the Salesforce. The first question that most of the members will be raised, like I'm working in a different domain from last 10 years. Can I get into Salesforce? I am totally non-technical background, like a BA, BGC, MBA, commerce, civil engineer, mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, electrical background, teacher, HR, recruiting. Can I learn Salesforce and get job? Guys, mute yourself, please. Okay. Next, I have completed my graduation in 2010. I am a housewife or I am doing some business. Can I learn and get into Salesforce job? I have a gap of 3 to 10 years. Can I learn now Salesforce and get the job? Or I am a fresher. Can I learn Salesforce and get the job? Yes. To answer 1 to 5, for all these questions, to answer is yes. Many job postings are there for Salesforce freshers and experienced people. There are many jobs available for Salesforce. It is the best technology to learn and make successful IT career. Person from any background can learn Salesforce. There is no prerequisites to learn, or person with any degree, even having below average academic performance as well, no problem. We teach from basic level to advanced level. Without any coding background, we can make you to understand, because the sessions will be from basic level to advanced level. Starting from, we will start with how to write a single line of code. We make you understand the coding part and give complete guidance till you get the job. And what is the duration of the course? So as I explained, 3 months. 45 days admin and consulting, where there is no coding involved. Next 45 days is development, Apex, Visualforce, Salesforce Object Query Language, Salesforce Object Search Language. Now, after completing the 3 months, how long will it take for me to get a job? 4 to 6 months, based on your preparation. Now, these all about the course. Let's enter into the technical part. So everywhere we are hearing the cloud. Nowadays, everywhere, whatever we use it, everything we say it as a cloud. Why there is a huge demand for cloud software? Now, before that, let's understand what is software. What is software, anyone? So software is a set of instructions, provided to computer. And a set of instructions provided to computer that enables the user to interact with computer or a system or a device is called a software. There are 2 types of softwares are there. On-premise software, cloud software. On-premise software is a licensed, available as a product. Instance of software resides in organization premises. And when it comes to cloud, cloud software is licensed, available as a service. Instance of software resides in cloud vendor. If you observe here, on-premise is as a product and cloud software is as a service. Now let's see what are the, like, how can we install? Installation is done on on-premise how the installation is done in cloud software. So first, on-premise, we need to be installed in local device or organization with premises. That means
Maybe.
So that means software application data is stored in local device or within the organization. Software application data are stored in local device or within the organization. Let's take an example to prepare a resume. So if we want to prepare a resume, we need to use Microsoft Word application. We need Microsoft Word application. To use the Microsoft Word application, Microsoft Office need to be installed in laptop or mobile or tab. So here software is Microsoft Office, application is Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, and data is information entered in Microsoft Word or Excel. So software application data are stored in local device. Where it comes to cloud, cloud software need not to be installed. Need not to be installed in local device or organization server. Software application data are stored in cloud server. So for example, so it is stored in cloud server, then how can we access the software? With the help of browser and internet.
Can you please put everyone on mute?
I'm putting mute, but they are removing it. So can you guys please mute yourself? Pawan. Thank you. So to access software application data are, we need a browser. With the help of browser and internet, software application and data can be accessed. Let's take an example. Example is, for example, to access emails. To access email, we need a Gmail application. To use Gmail application, Google email software, I need not to install in local device or laptop or tab or mobile. Here software is Google email software and application is Gmail and data are emails. Now here software application data are stored in cloud server. With help of browser and internet, I can access software. I can access with the help of browser and internet, I can access the emails in Gmail application can be accessed. Now let's see the cost. Cost in on-premise and cloud-based. So this is the example here. So this is the on-premise application. On-premise application, I need to install basically software, application, data, everything need to be stored in local device. This is my local device. Everything will be stored here. When it comes to the cloud application, software, application, data, everything in cloud server. And I can access the application with the help of browser. Here we have a browser and internet. We can access the software, application or data. No need of installation in laptop for cloud application. Now let's see the licensing cost in on-premise and cloud software. On-premise software are available as a product. Cost of the product is always high. Example, Adobe Photoshop. Before switching to cloud, Adobe Photoshop software was costing around 1,50,000. Now cloud software are available as a service on rental basis with monthly or annual subscription. Same example, if you take it in the cloud software, after switching to cloud, Adobe Photoshop software was costing 1,600 rupees per month as a service. Let's take another example, house on rental basis. To purchase a single bedroom house in metropolitan cities in India, it costs 60 plus lakhs. Based on area, it might change based on area. This is as a product. This is as a product. Same single bedroom house, if I go for a rent, it costs around 15 to 20,000 rupees. This is as a service. And we can utilize the services whatever we need. So in conclusion, product is always high. Product is always expensive when compared with the services. So in cloud software is available as a rental and as a service on rental basis, and license cost is low. So all cloud softwares are available as a service on rental basis. That's why licensing cost is less for cloud software. Now coming to upgradation. How software upgradation done in on-premise and cloud software. On-premise software, for every new release, to use a latest feature, need to take license and upgrade software manually. For example, .NET Framework. .NET Framework is on-premise application. For any client application is built using the .NET 4.7 version. And if they wanted to upgrade .NET 4.8 version, then a separate migration project need to be executed. Here, for new license cost need to pay to migrate from old project to new project. Latest version, from old version to latest version, we need to pay additional cost. So in conclusion, for on-premise software, need to invest a lot of money for upgradation. Whereas in cloud software, for every new release, software get upgraded automatically in servers. Latest feature automatically applicable for all client application. Example, Gmail. That's what we have discussed in previous slide. All updates with the new features are available automatically. And the upgradation cost is for on-premise. Every software get upgraded with new feature for every new release of software. And to use the latest feature, need to buy new license and upgrade the software in device. Manually, we have to do that. So let's take an example of Microsoft Office. So Microsoft Office is an on-premise software. When it was installed in my laptop in 2016, Microsoft Office 2016 version cost was $20. And in 2019, Microsoft Office released another version with additional feature. To utilize a new feature, has to pay $30. So paid $30 per license. Now Microsoft Office came up with Office 365 with a new additional feature. To utilize the new features, again, I have to pay $70 license fee. So invested total $100 on license for upgrading software. For on-premise application, whenever they release new version, has to pay license cost to use the new feature. If an organization uses on-premise software, they have to keep on investing money on upgradation. Whereas cloud software, when cloud vendor release new software version in their servers, automatically all features are applicable to all clients automatically without paying any money. Now, these are the reasons we have seen. Now we'll see why there is a huge demand in the market. Let's see the drawbacks of on-premise software. Drawbacks is pre-installation is required, high licensing cost, manual upgradation, high upgradation cost. Now we'll see the benefit of cloud software. Pre-installation is not required. Software can be accessed through browser or internet. Low licensing cost, automatic upgradation, and zero upgradation cost. So due to drawbacks of on-premise software and benefits of cloud software, demand for cloud software is keep on increasing. Whoever working in cloud technology, they will have a more demand in IT job market. So that's all about the cloud and okay, that's all about the cloud and on-premise differences. And now we have understood why there is a huge demand for the cloud and what are the benefits we are going to get it if we are going to work on the cloud software. Now let's see software application functionality and technology. This is any software. I'm talking about any software application. So any software application has three technologies used: front-end, back-end logic, business logic. These three technologies for any software. Now, what is the front-end here? Front-end is user interface. Front-end is user interface that enable user to interact with the devices or computer. And users input the data from user interface. Let me take one example for the front end. We all know Naukri.com. We go and search for a jobs, right? So let's open the Naukri.com here. So in Naukri.com, for example, if you go to the Naukri.com, click on jobs and click on the search jobs. As soon as we click on a search job, this is the screen it will open. So we have to enter the data here. For example, I'm searching for Salesforce developer and location is India. And work experiences, let's put it as 3 years. Now, what is this I'm doing here? This is a software. This is software application. And we are seeing the user interface developed by front-end technologies. That's why user interface is called as a front-end. Now, in the user interface, end user enters the input. Now here we are giving the input, keyword Salesforce developer, location India, work experience 3 years. This is I'm entering the data on user interface on front-end technology. So user interface is implemented based on front-end technology. That's why user interface is called as front-end. Now to get the result, we are clicking on a search button. Now, as soon as I click on a search button, the operation in front end is end. The front end operation is done. In the front end or user interface, we have to enter the input. We are using clicks or button clicks or whatever, right? So let me go back to the slide. So user interface, as we have seen, this is the naukri.com. Now we have entered the data here. And now, as soon as I click on a search button, their front end operation is done at the front end level. Now, as soon as I click on a search jobs, what happens at the back end? It sends the request to the back end through the business logic. What is the business logic here? Business logic is programming. This is a programming that manages communication between user interface and database. When you click on a search job button, application is going to search for matched keyword in database. So behind every click and every button click, there is a business logic. And without this business logic, no application will be working. Without business logic, application won't work. You need to have a business logic. You go for any software, business logic has to be there. Without business logic, no application won't work. Business logic is between the user interface and database. So user interface is front end, database is back end. Now it goes to back end. What is the back end here? Back end database receive the request from the user interface. What is the back end here? Back end is where the data is stored. Data is stored. So in backend database, companies has posted the jobs with Salesforce developer and location, India and experience 3 years. They have posted the data in database. So example, any relational database management system where the data is stored in the form of rows and columns. Most of the organizations uses the relational database management. Now, database received the request from the user interface and it will try to find out the matching criteria and it will send to database. Now, database backend sends the response to the user interface through the business logic. Now, whenever we receive the response, that's how we will see the screen. Now, if I click on this search jobs, now I see the response here. Okay, it is searching. Let me give Salesforce developer. And India. Let's click on a search button. Now, backend logic is we're gonna there is something wrong here. I'm not able to get the result. Let me give Salesforce develop business analyst or that's fine, and search job. Okay, so this is the output, we will get it. Now what happened here? From the back end, I got a response to user interface through the business logic. Now that's how the data I can see. This data is coming from database, backend database. So any software application requires front-end business logic backend. Now, which technology Naukri has used? Now, which technology? How can we identify which technology is used in Naukri Front end, if you go for the view page source, you can see the code. So they have used the HTML and they have used the JavaScript and they have used the CSS. Right, so these are hypertext markup language, that is the HTML, CSS, cascade style sheet, JavaScript for user interface. These are common technologies used to build user interface for any software. And which business logic Naukri has used it? They might have used it Java or .NET or some other, we don't know. But most of the business logic is coding is C, C++, Python, Java, C#, .NET, and many other business logic, many other technologies are there. In database, which database Naukri has used it? Any relational database management, could be SQL, MySQL, or Oracle, anything. Now we have understood as a software, as any software, what is required. Now we'll come to the Salesforce. Same thing we will see in the Salesforce side with one use case. So this is the real time how you get the requirements from the client. Now client will give you the user stories. Please hold on if there are any questions or anything. Okay, so this is one of the requirement in real time. As soon as you join as a Salesforce, in Salesforce, you will get a user stories or a ticket, or they will say user story mostly. So we'll explain the user story execution step by step to understand the technology used for UI, business logic, or backend. This is a small requirement that we have received from client, assume that. So every user story has user story number. Here I have given one user story number US001. In real time also you will see there is a number per user story. And every user story will have a title, description, and acceptance criteria. For more details about the Jira, you can go to my real-time tools playlist in my YouTube channel. You can go through that session. So here we are going to talk about title, description, and acceptance criteria. And if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel, please subscribe. Let's understand the Salesforce functionality with simple user story here. So this is the user story and title is create a search bar to search for account. Now I can understand who doesn't know the Salesforce, they cannot understand this one because the first question is search is clear. Anyway, we are going to search. Whenever we use any social media, we use the search button. Search is clear, but what is the account here? Their title is create a search bar. They are asking me to create a search bar. This is one of the search bar. Why we have to use this search bar? To search an account, to search account. So that is the title. Let's see the description also. In Salesforce application, implement custom component. They said custom component. That means we have to write a code here. Custom component means we have to write a code to search for account. Now I'll explain what is the account. Hold on for that. Record by entering the name of the account in search bar. This is my description. This is the description of the user story. And what is the acceptance criteria? Display the matching account record along with the related contact records. Along with the contact records. Now let me go to Salesforce. So let me close this. Okay, so Salesforce. Okay, this is the Salesforce application. So in Salesforce application, you can see accounts. Okay, accounts is, who doesn't know, this is just like a table which contains the person information or a business information. Okay, this is one of the tables, similar like a Excel sheet where you have a different name for each column, name, site, billing, phone number, type, and everything. So these are the different accounts we have. So client requirement is to search this account. Okay, so there are 50 plus accounts are there. Okay, in real time, we might see more than 1,000 accounts or more than 100 accounts or more than 1,000 accounts we will see. So client requirement is to implement a search bar. They want a custom component to search a particular account in UI. Okay, to implement UI, so let's go back to this slide. So this is the search bar and final result will be shown like this. So if I convert this story into three pieces, front end, business logic, and back end. Back end is database. And in the database, in Salesforce, the database is database.com. Database.com. And all the account information will be stored in database. To implement UI, we have to go to the user interface. In the user interface, client wants to implement a search bar. So this is the search bar. So for this requirement, we can use front-end technology, Visualforce, Lightning Aura component, Lightning Web component. Okay, but here I have used the Lightning Web component. Lightning Web component has been used to implement this user interface functionality. So once the user interface functionality is implemented, we need to write a business logic. We need to write a business logic. Business logic is implemented like whenever user is trying to enter ABC and hit enter, there has to be some logic executed at the backend. So user interface sends the request to the business logic. Sends the request to the database.com through the business logic. And logic written in Apex. So this is some program. Okay, so for this, what are the Lightning Web component? I have written some business logic here using the Apex, Salesforce Object Query Language, and Salesforce Object Search Language. We have used this. So I'm just giving on high level. So do not look at the program right now for whoever is new for Salesforce. So this is just a high level business logic has to be implemented. Whenever user click on it, the request to the database, it has to go through the business logic. In the business logic, what is the business logic in Salesforce? Apex, SOQL, and SOSL. So once the database received the request, they are searching ABC here. So this program has written to find the matching criteria. It will send the matching criteria to database.com backend. So in the database.com, it will go to all accounts and it will see the matching criteria. It will try to identify what is the matching criteria here. And then it sends the response back to user interface through the business logic. And as soon as the user interface receives the response, they will see the account ABC, same account, whatever the account we have, the matching criteria is found. That is the account and related contact details here. So this is Salesforce application side. So let's go ahead and see the UI. So we have implemented custom component. So this is one of the table region. Okay. So here I have one of the account search. This is a UI front end. Okay. User interface. Now this is the search bar. This is a search bar which is implemented using the Lightning Web component because client requirement is to implement a custom component. Now I have I'm trying to search for ABC and hit enter. I see the result, name of the account and related contact. So in Salesforce, front-end technologies are Visualforce, Lightning Aura component, Lightning Web component, backend is database.com, business logic is Apex, Salesforce object query language, Salesforce object search language. Now we are clear. Okay, we are clear how the flow works at the backend for Salesforce. Now, few of them might be getting a question, why should I learn Salesforce, not other technology? Because software application also works, has a user interface, business logic, and backend. Salesforce is also having a user interface, business logic, and backend. Then why to learn Salesforce, not other technologies? I would request whoever wants to enter IT market, they have to do some research on technology, which they wanted to learn and settle down in IT career. So there are some research which I have done it. So there are opportunities in Java, .NET, data science. Okay, but they are purely coding, 100% coding. You need to have a perfect coding skills. There are opportunities in SAP, Oracle, Android, iOS, in other technologies also. But these are purely coding. Even CRM technologies like Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure have job opportunities, but while choosing the technology, need to consider few points and choose technology which has a more number of job opportunities. Now let's see the history and future of technology. From last 10 years, Salesforce is world's #1 CRM. When compared to other CRMs, Salesforce has highest market share of 22.9%. Microsoft has 5.8%. Oracle has 5.1%. SAP has 4.7% and Adobe 3.6% of market share. There is a very less competition for Salesforce CRM. Company growth can be seen by looking at number of employees working in organization, that is a company size. So Salesforce was founded by Mark Benioff with Parker, Dave, and Frank in 1999. There were only 4 employees in the organization. Now in 2022, total of 73,540 employees are working in Salesforce. So this is the way company is growing. Look at the statistics here, 2015 to 2022. In 2015, 16,000 employees were working in Salesforce. With rapid growth, company size is increased to 73,540. So when organization has a best leadership, revenue of the company will be keep on growing. For any company targeting and achieving revenue is very important. Profits will be increased with revenue. Every year, Salesforce have been achieving their target revenue. Under leadership of Mark Benioff, Salesforce has target of $23 billion by 2023. Salesforce set a revenue target for fiscal year 2026 of $50 billion. Keep on updating. Salesforce is keep on updating their technology with the latest market trend. See, this is the graph, continue to make a history. So when compared to any other technology, Salesforce has very good job opportunities. Lot of organization in different domains like finance, healthcare, banking, retail, transportation, oil and gas, manufacturing, education, media and entertainment, consumer goods. So many are using the Salesforce. If you want a real, who all will be using the customer Salesforce, you can go to this customer success stories. Let me open the customer success stories. Okay. So this is the customer's success story. We can see what all the companies are using the Salesforce. Okay, so you can see here Ford, L'Oreal, GE application, and so many are using IBM, using the Salesforce. And we have a bench community for customers, NBC, they are using for media company. And there are so many companies are using American Water, Mind Body, like there are so many companies are there. So you can see here by industry wise, if you click on this plus button, by industry wise, what are the different companies are using the Salesforce? Automotive, business service, communication, consumer goods, education, there are many are there industries. And by product wise also, we can see what are the different companies using the Salesforce. These are the different clouds provided by Salesforce. Sales cloud, service cloud, marketing cloud, commerce cloud, so many are there. So like this, there are 150,000 plus organizations are using the Salesforce. As per the Glassdoor survey, Salesforce technology has highest job posting from last 5 consecutive years. So by 2026, Salesforce technology is going to have a 9.3 million new jobs all over the world. No other technologies will have these many jobs. So Salesforce is growing. Salesforce technology has a lot of many jobs. Now check availability of proper training resource and learning resource. Now, how can I learn? What is the learning curve and resource of the availability? As I mentioned, Salesforce has 50% functionality and 50% coding. So it is easy to learn Salesforce. We can teach from basic level to advanced level. Functionality and configuration is flexible. Programming syntax and coding is simple and easy. I can show you one of the use case in this demo session. Person from any background, technical or non-technical, fresher, experienced, with proper training, guidance, and practice can get into the Salesforce job. We will give you industry standard, real-time project-oriented training. And we provide class notes, study materials, and recorded sessions for practice. We have a YouTube channel. There we have a videos posted from basic level to advanced level. And Salesforce is also providing the trial head for learners. And very important, we are opening soon offline institute in Amirpet, Hyderabad. Now, these are the reasons why to learn Salesforce. We have seen history and growth. We have seen strong leadership. We have seen increase in company size. We have seen revenue, company revenue. We have seen job market of Salesforce. And we have seen learning curve and resource availability. With all this Salesforce technology, we'll have a career guarantee for next 10 to 15 years. Yes, IBM is partner. No, yes, that is right. So let's move on a little bit more technology here. Cloud services. Now, what is the cloud here? Now we understand software, we understand service. Now, what is the cloud here? Cloud is providing computing services. Cloud is providing computing services. What are the services here? What is computing services? Computing services are hardware, software, application, and data. These are computing services provided by cloud over the internet. These computer services is accessed through the browser using internet. Please mute yourself using the internet. Okay. using the internet, over the internet. Okay, so these are the computing services, hardware, software, application, data through the browser. By using the internet, we can access. Let's understand the computing services separately. What is hardware? What is software? What is application? What is data? Hardware. Hardware is basically, hardware is an infrastructure mechanism. This is for just a storage, security, backup, recovery, network. Example, server. So image shown here is a data center. This is a data center. Data center to store the data where it contains server. Now let's see what is the software. I think we have seen the software. So as I explained before, software is a framework. It is used to implement application like a Microsoft Office, .NET, SAP, Salesforce. So image shown here is represent the software. Now application is designed for end users or clients to accomplish variety of tasks to automate the business process. For example, MS Word, banking application, human resource management application, CRM applications. And image shown here is represents the application to see the report. This is the report. Now, last one, data. Data is a different type of formatted information, and this is ready for processing. Example, resume, account details, employee details, customer information, data. Wherever the data you see, that is the example here. Resume, account details, employee details, customer details, right? And the data image shown here, it represents the data which is stored in format of rows and columns. Now we are clear about hardware, software, application, and data. Now let's see what are the different type of services provided by cloud vendor. Every cloud vendor has a 3 type of cloud services. Now here, what is a service here? Basically, service is a activity. What is a service here? Service is a activity. What is the activity here? Activity, it is provided by vendor or organization or a person to perform a task, right? That is a service. Now, example for service is cab service, software service, government service, rental services, right? Now, cloud vendor provide 3 type of cloud services. What are the services we have? Software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. Now let's understand each service separately. Software as a service. As part of a software as a service, vendor provides ready-made software application. Ready-made software application to automate the business process. Why we use software as a service? To use. Who will be using this? End user. End user uses these applications or client will be using it. Platform as a service. As part of platform as a service, cloud vendors provide the development environment to customize existing software as a service application and build the new application. For what we use the platform as a service? To build on it. Who will be building on it? Developers. Developer uses the platform to develop the application. Now, infrastructure. Infrastructure is as part of infrastructure as a service, cloud vendor provides database storage server. Infrastructure to store application and data. Why we use this? This is just for a store in it. It is for storage, security, entire software, application, data are stored in infrastructure. Now, without this infrastructure, platform application does not work. Because everything is stored in infrastructure. If you do not have an infrastructure, the platform does not work, application does not work. Infrastructure stores entire software, application, and data. So without this, you will not be able to use the platform or application. Now let's get more clarity here with the diagram. Okay. So let's see, software as a service are cloud hosted application. Like, as we have seen the example, Gmail application.
Ma'am, Swapna ma'am.
Yeah.
Is this video posted on YouTube?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
So as we have seen the example, Gmail application. Platform as a service is database management. What is the database management here? Don't think database management which is related to the database.com. Database management here means it's a programming used for CRUD operation. Programming used for CRUD operation. That means create, read, edit, or update, delete. Okay, so that is the database management. Development tools, middleware. So like email software application. And there is a platform to develop different email application. Like Google has their own email platform. By using that, they have developed the Gmail application here. So emails are stored in servers. Emails in Gmail are stored in Google Cloud. So here is the example is Gmail application, and the infrastructure here, infrastructure is using the data center, server and storage, network and security. So infrastructure sits at the bottom, which has everything, all the entire software, application, data, that means storage, data center, networking, everything will be here. On top of it, we'll have a platform as a service. Platform as a service means where we are going to write a program, customize something, and on top of it, it has a SaaS. SaaS is application, where application is used by the end users or a client. Now, these are different. Data storage is email. Okay, these are the different cloud vendors: Amazon Web Service, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Oracle Cloud, IBM Cloud, and Salesforce Cloud. So Salesforce is biggest cloud vendor with more than 150,000 clients. Now we have understood cloud services. Same thing, we will see what will happen at the Salesforce side. Salesforce services. Salesforce is also providing 3 types of services. What is a Salesforce here? Salesforce is a cloud concept. As I explained before, it is a cloud concept. And Salesforce is also providing 3 types of services: software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. So far, we have understood as a general cloud vendors. Now we will understand from the Salesforce perspective, what is a software as a service and what will be used, platform as a service and infrastructure as a service. So let's get more clarification about the cloud services that are provided by Salesforce. Software as a service. Software as a service is, as part of software as a service, Salesforce offers cloud-based CRM software that can be customized to the requirements of the business of all sizes, from global enterprise to startup micro enterprise. Salesforce CRM is to use. This is for Salesforce CRM is to use. Software as a service is to use. So Salesforce CRM is used by end user or a client. So this is a ready-made application or a software provided by Salesforce to automate business process of the organization for customer relationship management. Now here, CRM is customer relationship management system. All customer information transactions are automated with the help of different clouds provided by Salesforce. Now let's see in Salesforce CRM what clouds Salesforce is providing as part of Salesforce CRM. So let me open the Salesforce. So if you go to the Salesforce CRM application, click on this icon. This is application, view all application, apps, and click on here, view all. Now you will see different clouds is provided by Salesforce. Marketing cloud. Marketing cloud is to automate the marketing process. Sales cloud is to automate the sales process. Service cloud is to automate service process. Like this, there are so many clouds are there. Commerce cloud is to automate commerce activities. So this is different clouds in Salesforce CRM application. Next, platform as a service. Platform as a service is to build. We use it for to build. This is to build. So as part of a platform as a service, Salesforce is providing development environment called force.com. Force.com, who will be using the force.com? Administrators or developers. And force.com is used for configuration, customization of existing CRM application, development of any kind of a new application from small website to enterprise application, and then deployment of application. These are the different, we can use it in the force.com. And technologies in force.com is Apex, Salesforce Object Query Language, Salesforce Object Search Language, Visualforce, Lightning Aura component, Lightning Web component. So Salesforce front-end technologies are Visualforce, Lightning Aura component, Lightning Web component. Apex is business logic. This is the business logic. Salesforce Object Query Language, Salesforce Object Search Language is to query the data from database.com. In Salesforce. Infrastructure as a Salesforce. Infrastructure as a Salesforce is to store. We use it for store. And as part of infrastructure as a service, Salesforce is providing the data storage called database.com. Database.com is a massive data storage facility. User can store, retrieve the data. So where it is the data is stored. So database.com is user can store and retrieve the data. Salesforce data is stored in database.com. So this database resides in instance. This database resides in instance. Instance is nothing but server. So these instances are available in different region data center. Different region data center. So this is the URL to see all the different instances. So let me open this. Let me open status.salesforce.com. Okay. So this is the status salesforce.com, and you have to click on this Salesforce services. Once you click on the Salesforce services, you can see different status, region, and instances. So in this website, we can see there are 3 regions out there. Okay, EMEA, Americas, Asian Pacific. This is a region. EMEA belongs to Europe and Middle East, UK, Germany, Dubai. Americas belongs to USA, Canada, other. So ACI Pacific is like India, Singapore, Australia, right? So based on your client location, instances is allocated. For example, your client is in Dubai. So in EMEA region, instances will be used. So if I select this EMEA, I can see all Dubai instances. So these are instances. These are instances. And if your client is USA, you can select Americas and you can see all the Americas. Inside the Americas region, instances are starts with NA for USA. If your client is India or Singapore, in Asia Pacific region, all the instances starts with AP. So this is the URL region. Based on the region, instances will be allocated for company. So next, very important for all of us, Salesforce roles, responsibilities, skills, and salaries. Let's understand first roles. Roles in the organization. Basically, let's understand how the roles are there in the organization. So roles in the organizations are decided based on the policies of the organization. Every organization will have a policies. So while defining the policy for a role, they consider experience level and skills. So these two they will consider. So salary depends on role. Parameter for salary is role. So based on your interview performance, selection process is done. Like if we give good interview, we can have a better negotiation on salary. Now let's see what are the different roles separately. So we have a Salesforce administrator role. Salesforce administrator role, configure Salesforce application, and they do not write a Salesforce coding. And skills required for Salesforce administrator role are consulting, admin. And Salesforce administrator salary range from 3 to 9 lakhs per annum for freshers to 5 years experience. Next, Salesforce business analyst. Salesforce business analyst discuss the business requirement with client and developers. Business analysts do not write Salesforce coding. Their role is to help developers to understand client requirements clearly. Skills required for Salesforce business analyst are consulting, admin, communication, convincing skills. And Salesforce business analyst salary range from 4 to 10 lakhs per annum for freshers to 5 years experience. Salesforce tester role. Salesforce tester test application, communicate with the developers and business analyst. Salesforce tester do not write Salesforce coding. Their role to make sure the application is working as per functionality and matching criteria given by client or business analyst. Skills required for Salesforce tester role are consulting, admin, communication. Please go on mute. So these are the skills required for Salesforce tester. Salesforce tester salary range from 3 to 10 lakhs per annum for freshers to 5 years experience. Salesforce developer role. Salesforce developer configure, maintain, enhance, develop the application. Salesforce developers write the Salesforce code and do administration responsibilities as well. Skills required for Salesforce developer roles are consulting, admin, Apex, Aura, Lightning Web Component, Salesforce Object Query Language, Salesforce Object Search Language, and integration knowledge is required. And Salesforce developer salary range from 4 to 15 lakhs per annum for freshers to 5 years experience. Next, these are 6+ years Salesforce consultant role. Salesforce consultant configure, maintain, enhance, develop application. Salesforce consultant write the Salesforce code and do administration responsibilities as well. Skills required for Salesforce consultant role is consulting, admin, Apex, Aura, Lightning Web Component, Salesforce Object Query Language, and Salesforce Object Search Language. Must have a basic design and integration skills. Salesforce consultant salary range from 15 to 25 lakhs per annum for 6+ years experience. And next, Salesforce technical architect. Salesforce technical architect role. Salesforce technical architect plan, coordinate, communicate, accountable for delivery of quality project. And quality project. And Salesforce technical architect skills are experience in implementing multiple projects using different clouds, extraordinary communication skills. And Salesforce technical architect salary range from 20 to 30 lakhs per annum for 6+ years experience. And coming to Salesforce architect, Salesforce solution architect. Salesforce solution architect plan, coordinate, communicate, accountable for delivery for quality project. And Salesforce solution architect involves in meetings with client, business analyst, and technical architect to design functional and technical solution for application. Skills required for Salesforce architect role are experience in client interaction, experience in implementing multiple projects using different clouds, extraordinary communication, convincing skills. Salesforce solution architect salary range 30 to 50 lakhs per annum for 6+ years. Now we are clear about role, responsibility, skills, and what is the salary range per annum. Now the question is, if I learn admin and development, will that enough to get a job? So you can search in Naukri or LinkedIn. If you search a job, most of the companies are asking Aura, LWC, Lightning Web Component, Apex. These are needed. So 22%, let's go into here. Okay. So 22% of jobs for administrator and business analyst. If you learn consulting and admin course, you can apply for this 22% of jobs, and remaining are 78%. These jobs for developers. If you want to enter into software IT industry, you have to write a coding. If you have very good communication skills and convincing skills, you can learn administrator and consulting. and you can apply for business analyst job. And administrator, there are very less jobs for Salesforce administrator. So better complete the development course where 78% of jobs are available for the developers. So let's see our courses, Salesforce courses, consulting flow, use case or administration. So we have 4 courses. Salesforce Consulting Administration, 45 sessions. Salesforce Development, 45 sessions. Salesforce Lightning, 45 sessions. Salesforce Integration, 30 sessions. In Salesforce Consulting Administration course, in consulting part, we cover Marketing Cloud, Sales Cloud, Service Cloud. We teach end-to-end. We teach end-to-end flow of these 3 clouds, practically to understand the functionality of each cloud. In administration part, we cover configuration of Salesforce CRM application. We teach administrator activities from basic level to advanced level, including lightning flows. So let's see basic on how Marketing Cloud and what is the Sales Cloud, what is the Service Cloud. So first step, Marketing Cloud. So Marketing Cloud is, so in the Marketing Cloud, we create a campaign. We create a campaign. What is a campaign here? Campaign is nothing but advertising about the product or a service. And through this campaign, leads get generated. What is the lead here? Lead is nothing but the person who has shown interest on product or a service. He might buy the product, service, or he might not, doesn't matter. But whoever is showing the interest on the product is called a lead. Now, once it is done here, leads are generated. That means marketing team job is done with generating a leads. Now leads will be synced with Sales Cloud. Now their job is done here. They push the leads to the sales team. Now sales process starts now in Sales Cloud. So Salesforce team follow up with leads.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. Yes, so Sales Cloud, sales team follow up with leads and they will follow up with leads and convince them to buy the product. If the person is interested to buy the product, if lead is get convinced, yes, I'm going to buy the product, sales team converts the leads to opportunity. What is the opportunity here? It is a revenue or a bill generated to the organization through the customer. So while converting lead to opportunity, sales team, what they will do is they will take a basic information from the customer. Sales Cloud as the application, Sales Cloud application as details about account and contact. Account is nothing but contains the basic details of the customers, like a name and email ID. Contact contains the detailed information about the customer contact, like person details, phone number, home phone number, office phone number, office address, alternate address. Right? So these about the context. So the process still here, the process of converting lead to opportunity is called Salesforce lead lifecycle. Salesforce lead lifecycle. Now, once the product is purchased by the customer, if the customer gets any problem, customer will call customer support for solution. So customer care raise the ticket, takes the information about the problem and they raise a case. Here case is nothing but detailed information about the problem. And based on the case, this will be routed to the related team. And team will review the case and they will provide the solution. Provide the solution. So solution is nothing but detailed information about the solution. So this process is Service Cloud. Now remember, there are 7 important terms in Salesforce Consulting: campaign, lead, opportunity, account, contact, case, solution. So if I take one example, Maruti sales, okay, Maruti car sale. So when they release new model, this is a new car model. When they release new model of a car, they have to do the campaign about the car, about the new car model and its feature. So they can conduct the campaign, online campaign through social media. So whoever is interested about the product or a service, they will register through online form. Now here the person is called, here the person who has shown interest in a car is called lead. These leads are sent to opportunity. Here, this is the marketing cloud. This is marketing cloud. Now the marketing job is done. Now they will send it to sales team. Now sales team will follow up with the leads and explain about the car price, features, and try to convince them to buy the car. If lead gets convinced, the sales team asks them to buy this product. Book by paying some amount or some amount, right, through the online. So that is called an opportunity. Revenue, that is called as an opportunity. When they pay the bill, Salesforce sales team takes the basic information about the person, details about the customer, like account details they will take, and they take complete contact details of the customer, including his personal home, office details to contact him. So these details, contact information is called contact in Salesforce. Now this is sales. This is the sales cloud. Now here, so this entire process from here to till this point, this entire process is called Salesforce lead lifecycle. Salesforce lead lifecycle. Now, once the Maruti car is purchased by customer, now the customer is getting a problem. Now they will call the customer care or customer support. They will raise a case. Case here, detailed information about the problem, and based on the case, it will be redirected to the team. And team will review the case and they will provide the solution. Right? Solution is nothing but a detailed information about the solution given to the case. So this entire process will be explained practically in consulting course. In our course, we will explain this practically with class notes and assignments. Now let's see, consulting is we are clear. Let's see the administration. So I'll just go through one user story, administration. We'll see how to do this. So based on the user story. So when any organization purchases Salesforce, this is a basic thing for any organization. Any organization purchase a license from Salesforce, they provide a Salesforce CRM to the organization. As an admin and a developer, we have to customize the application, right? So let's go and see the CRM application provided by Salesforce, like we have seen when we go to the Salesforce CRM application. Okay, so we have seen these are the clouds, right? So marketing cloud, sales cloud, service cloud. So let's assume that. Okay, let me give you the scenario here. So scenario is title. This is a small requirement which we have received from client. Change the logo in Salesforce Sales Lightning application. Change the logo. There are three things are there here. One, they are talking about logo in Salesforce Sales Lightning application. So they are talking about Sales Lightning, right? Sales Lightning, which is a sales cloud. Now let's see, this is not clear. So let's see the description. Description is in sales application. So they are talking about sales application is nothing but this is a sales cloud. In sales application, update Salesforce logo to HDFC logo. Perfect. So let's go to the Salesforce. Now here, I'll go to the sales application because they were talking about the sales application. Sales application is nothing but sales cloud here. So I'll go to the sales application. And the client wants to change Salesforce logo to HDFC logo. So this is the Salesforce logo. Now here I can see this is the Salesforce logo. They want to change this to HDFC logo. So that is the small requirement. Okay, there is a user story like this with a user story number, title, description, and then acceptance criteria. What is the acceptance criteria here? They have given the image. So usually image is provided by client itself. Okay, so I have downloaded this image. Acceptance criteria is, this is very important because once we implement this, what is expected outcome of this user story is acceptance criteria. Display HDFC logo in sales application. Clear. Now let's go to our Salesforce CRM. We are in sales application. Let's click on it. Setup. In setup, click on home and search for app manager. And right now we are in sales application, sales cloud. So let's scroll down, sales. Okay, sales, lightning sales, right? So click on this arrow mark, edit. It will take you to builder, lightning app builder. In lightning app builder, go to the first one, app details and branding. So in this, you will see app name, developer name, description, image. So click on here, upload. And I have this HDFC Bank logo. It is uploading. Now let's click on save. Perfect. Let's go back here, refresh. That's it, so simple. So configuration is very easy if we know steps, clarity, if we have a clarity on user story, and if you know the steps of the configuration, it's an easy one click. We have updated the HDFC logo. Right? So that is administration. Okay, that is admin part. Now let's see Apex. Apex is basic. I'm not going in depth here. Apex is basically it is object-oriented programming language. Oops. Apex enables the developer to add a business logic. Now, what is the syntax? Is it a so difficult syntax in Apex? No. Syntax is, if you understand clarity, if you have it, Apex implementation is so easy. The first thing is that we have to write a class. Like whenever you are creating the new Apex class, this structure is automatically created. Okay. So here we have to give a different access modifier. Access modifier is nothing but public, global, public, private, protected, all of this. Okay, so we use either global, public, or private. Class is the class, and you have to give the class name. That is you are declaring, so you are giving a name, you are giving a name to the class, and you are telling the class is global. That means anybody can use. Class is public. That means, okay, this can be accessed. Not everybody outside of the Salesforce, but within the Salesforce, everybody can access public. Now, once your class declaration is done, the next step is you have to do the method declaration. Method declaration is also have the access modifier and method type. Method types are basically void, non-void, static. You have to mention here. And then you have to give the method name. So here, simple, we are not doing anything. One is I'm defining the class name. Okay, I'm giving the name. What type of a class is it? Decided by here. I'm giving a method name. And what type of a method it is? These two are decided what type of a method. Then inside the method, we will write our logic. And one inside the class we can have a multiple methods. That's fine. If you are clear about writing one method, you can implement multiple method. So here logic, business logic is you are giving a name, variable name. For that variable name, you have to decide what type of data type it is. So for example, if I am giving here variable name is I'm giving the variable name is S name. Okay, so S name, whenever I give it, that means this is the variable, and this variable is going to get a value. Value will be assigned to this variable. And what type of value should be accepted by this variable is decided by the data type. Whether it should be a string, integer, boolean, long, everything is decided by the data type. So that is the declaration of variable. Now, same thing I'm printing here. Like in JavaScript, we have a printf. Like in Apex also, we have a system.debug. System.debug is nothing but I'm going to print the value. So this is text to displays. You can give anything here. This is inside the quotation. Okay, so we can give any name, text to display, and then what is the value that you wanted to print it. So here I wanted to print the variable name. Now same thing, whatever we have seen here syntax, for that only we have written the program. This is my class name. Here it is a class name. It is an access modifier. This is my method name, and this is access modifier. Inside the method, this is the variable name. Data type of variable is string. And what type of value will be accepted? String will be accepted. And then we are printing the variable by using the system.debug. So the output you will see, if you execute this, you will see the output. So let me open. This is a developer console. Don't get confused. Think as if this is a notepad. Okay, so if I try to execute this logic, so this is the output you will see. Right now, I'm just showing the output here. We have a different options here. If you want to debug the code, click on this debug, and you will see print the value of S name is hello world. What I'm printing, this is debug is nothing but this value will be shown. If you have so many debugs, if you are printing so many things, you can just click on this debug only, then you can see what are the values that are printed. And if you wanted to see executable mode, what is the flow that is happening, right? You can see executable logs. So these are the different debug logs, and you can see that. We will see more in our course. In detail section for each program, we will see how the execution is happening. Here debug is nothing but it is the process of finding and resolving the bugs in the code. If you have written some code and you don't know what is the output you are going to get for this one, you have written this, but you don't know from the program, will I get the same value or a different value? Let's go ahead and print this. So we can use it using the system.debug. Right, so this is the output you will see, and this is the debugging code. Now, coming to the last slide, our teaching style and methodology. Live sessions from Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Indian time. Who can join? No programming technical background. No technical background is required. Okay. Coding explanation. We will explain the coding first, syntax and actual program. Then we will show the debugging steps from basic level to advanced level. And we will give you the recorded session, class notes, study materials, and will at the end of each session, we will give the assignment, interview questions, and there will be a mock interviews. And at the end, we will help you to prepare a resume, and also we will help you to help for job guidance. That's all. So thank you so much for your patience. Now you can pass all your questions. Yes, patient. You raised your hand.
Yeah,
Wait.
hi Swapna.
Yeah, hi.
I'm audible?
Yeah.
First, I just wanted to thank you for this wonderful session. It was like detailed. I went through. See, I'm new to Salesforce. I went through a few of the videos, but it was never as detailed as you gave. So it was very good session. Thank you for that. Okay, my question is, I have 17 to 18 years experience in DevOps. Okay, and then recently moved into Salesforce DevOps.
Okay.
So I'm just wanted to understand more about more about Salesforce, like going through admin and consultant, because I currently work as a Salesforce DevOps.
Okay.
So some of the tools, so some requirements or some whatever developers issues are there, right? So I do not know the basics of Salesforce. So I just wanted to learn about Salesforce and then more interested into consulting.
Okay.
So will that be a right track for me, or what is your advice?
So you are into the Salesforce DevOps, right? Salesforce Consulting definitely help you to understand the functionality, cloud functionality. That is fair enough. But when it comes to the developer raising something, that time we need to know, we need to understand at least admin part, like which object they are talking, which field, on which flow they are talking about. So admin also is required, which I feel. Consulting definitely for the functionality knowledge, but admin also needed, because at least we should be able to understand when the developer speaks. So usually when the developer speaks more in terms of the Salesforce admin side, they will speak. So we should be able to capture that. So admin consulting, I would request.
Yeah, thank you. And these timings, is it only timings, because 6 to 8 is almost office hours? Is there any morning timings, or how it is?
So right now, this is what we have decided. We are receiving so many messages to change the timing. We are still in discussion on that.
Yeah, early morning would be great, because 6 p.m. 8 p.m. is mostly office hours, right? So most of us, I think, are already on a job. So if there is any morning times, that would be great. That is one request, maybe.
Yeah, sure. We'll take that request.
Yeah.
And
thank you, sir.
Just a second. Guys, I need your information. I'll share you this Google Doc in the chat. So please fill up, whoever is interested. and what are the courses you are interested. Fill and submit so that it will be captured in our system.
Hello, Swapna. So, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Let me stop recording.